First, will Arsenal really trigger Nico Williams' massive £77 million release clause and bring the Athletic Bilbao star to North London? Second, is Arsenal's dream move for Vinícius Jr starting to fall apart, with Real Madrid determined to keep their Brazilian superstar? Third, Arsenal want £15 million for Fabio Vieira, but Hamburg are offering just £8.5 million. So, can the two clubs finally bridge that £6.5 million gap? And finally, with William Saliba facing an extended spell on the sidelines, should Arsenal go for young talent Jacobo Ramón or Premier League proven Ezri Konsa? We'll answer all four questions in today's video. Welcome back to Arsenal Current, your home for the latest Arsenal transfer news. Let's get straight into it.
£77 million! Arsenal are stepping up their efforts to sign Athletic Bilbao winger Nico Williams this summer. And this is one transfer Arsenal fans should be watching very closely. According to reports, Mikel Arteta has made the 24-year-old Spaniard a priority target as the Gunners look to add more pace, creativity and unpredictability to their attack. And when you look at Williams' game, it's easy to understand the attraction. Explosive pace, outstanding dribbling, brilliant 1-versus-1 ability, and the confidence to take defenders on again and again. Williams has developed into one of Europe's most exciting wingers and is now an established Spain international. But here's where things get really interesting. Arsenal are reportedly exploring the financial package needed to complete the deal, with sporting director Andrea Berta involved in discussions. However, there's a £77 million release clause standing in their way. And Arsenal aren't alone. Liverpool are also interested. The good news for the Gunners? Reports suggest Arsenal's pursuit is currently more advanced. For Arteta, Williams could be a perfect fit. He can bring speed, directness, creativity, and that ability to produce something special when a game becomes difficult. But Arsenal may need to act fast, because if Liverpool decide to push, things could get very interesting.
So the question is, will Arsenal actually trigger Nico Williams' £77 million release clause and bring him to the Emirates? Vinícius Jr, Arsenal's dream fading? Now, this is the update Arsenal fans probably won't want to hear. Arsenal's hopes of signing Vinícius Jr appear to be fading. The Brazilian superstar has been one of Arsenal's biggest attacking targets, but Real Madrid have made their position very clear. They do not want to sell him this summer. And that's a major problem for Arsenal. Vinícius is entering the final year of his current contract. At first, that looked like a huge opportunity for the Gunners. But Real Madrid's confidence has grown. The Spanish giants increasingly believe they can convince Vinícius to sign a new long-term deal and stay at the Bernabeu. And further talks are expected. For Arsenal, there's an even bigger issue. Yes, the Gunners have the financial power to offer Vinícius an enormous salary. But money may not be enough. The Brazilian has not clearly indicated that he wants to leave Real Madrid. And if the player wants to stay, what can Arsenal really do? Jose Mourinho is also reportedly a huge admirer of Vinícius and sees him as an important part of his plans. From Arsenal's perspective, there's no question about his quality. Imagine Vinícius attacking from the left. His pace, his dribbling, his one-on-one ability, and the possibility of taking some of the creative pressure away from Bukayo Saka. It would be a blockbuster signing. But Arsenal need to be realistic. If Vinicius wants to remain at Real Madrid, the Gunners may have to walk away. So for now, Arsenal will keep monitoring the situation, but alternative targets may need to be prepared. Fabio Vieira, £15 million versus £8.5 million. Now let's move to Fabio Vieira. And this one is all about money. Arsenal want £15 million for the Portuguese midfielder. Hamburg Salve Verein? They're prepared to pay around £8.5 million. That's a £6.5 million gap. And right now, that gap is causing a problem. Vieira spent last season on loan at Hamburg and reportedly wants to return to Germany on a permanent basis. Hamburg also developed a strong attachment to the midfielder during his loan spell. So you might think a permanent transfer would be straightforward, but not quite. Hamburg sporting chief Erik Huer has warned that the club won't wait forever. If Arsenal refuse to lower their asking price, Hamburg could simply move on. And there's another important factor. Vieira is entering the final year of his Arsenal contract. That could make the situation even more complicated. So let's make this very simple. Arsenal, £15 million. Hamburg, £8.5 million. Difference, £6.5 million. Now the question is, who blinks first? Will Arsenal reduce their demands? Will Hamburg increase their offer? Or will the entire deal collapse? That's one to watch closely.
Jacobo Ramón or Ezri Konsa? And finally, Arsenal's defensive plans may have changed dramatically following William Saliba's serious back injury. With the French centre-back potentially facing an extended spell on the sidelines, Mikel Arteta is looking at defensive reinforcements, and two names have emerged: Jacobo Ramón and Ezri Konsa. But these two players offer Arsenal something very different. Let's start with Ramón. The 21-year-old came through the Real Madrid academy before moving to Como, and he enjoyed an impressive breakthrough season in Serie A. He's composed on the ball, strong in the air, and comfortable building attacks from the back. In fact, his profile has drawn statistical comparisons with Saliba. Sounds exciting, right? Absolutely. But there's a catch. Ramón could be more of a long-term investment than an immediate replacement for Saliba. And that brings us to Ezri Konsa. At 28, Konsa offers something Ramón simply cannot: Premier League experience. He's proven. He's reliable.
And he can play both centre-back and right-back. That versatility could be incredibly valuable for Arteta while Saliba is unavailable. Konsa also recorded an impressive 73% ground duel success rate last season. But there's another problem: the price. Arsenal and Aston Villa reportedly have different valuations of the defender. So Arteta has a big decision to make. Does he choose the exciting potential of Jacobo Ramón, or does he go for the proven Premier League quality of Ezri Konsa? One is a long-term project. The other could provide immediate stability. And with Arsenal competing at the very highest level, that decision could be huge.
So, £77 million Nico Williams, Vinicius Jr, Fabio Vieira's £6.5 million transfer gap, or a new defender for Saliba? Which deal should Arsenal prioritise? Tell us in the comments. This is Arsenal Current. Stay tuned for more Arsenal transfer news.